Here with us now from Anchorage, Alaska, NBC News Chief Foreign Affairs Correspondent and host of MSNBC's Andrea Mitchell Reports, Andrea Mitchell. And in Washington, Pulitzer Prize-winning columnist for the Washington Post, Eugene Robinson, who wrote an article today on Sarah Palin's resignation. But let's start in Alaska and that interview with Sarah Palin. Andrea, take it away.
Mika and Joe, we went to a remote fishing village in western Alaska to try to catch up with Sarah Palin. As you know, she hasn't been seen in 3 days since her surprise announcement of the resignation. So we went to this remote fishing village where Todd Palin's family has long had a fishing site to find out more about why she resigned and what she's going to do next.
Fishing.
It's good.
3 days after her surprise announcement, Sarah Palin reemerged at the remote commercial fishing site her husband Todd's family has run for generations.
Are you staying warm?
They spend every July 4th weekend here, the peak of the salmon run. But after criticism that she was hiding out, she set up a giant photo opportunity to try to explain her shocking resignation.
I knew that I wasn't going to run for re-election. I knew that everything changed on August 29th in politics in Alaska. That's the day that I was tapped to run for Vice President of the United States. Things changed, and it was quite obvious that nothing would ever be the same for our administration. The choice I had to make was, okay, how am I going to react to the circumstances, to the changed conditions? Am I going to just keep plugging away and keep my head down and not try to affect any more change? Because every time we do something, we get hit with, an ethics violation charge or a lawsuit, because that's the political game that's being played right now, even though we've won every single one of them that's been thrown our way. But my choice in how to react to these circumstances, my choice has been, I'm willing to not run again for re-election.
Even some of your supporters in Wasilla said to us, she signed up for 4 years. We are disappointed that she's quitting.
Well, I think that some people may not be fully aware of all of the conditions, and it's perplexed me that we have sat down with many reporters and we have shown them how it's cost thousands and thousands of hours in state time and millions of dollars in state resources to continually fend off these frivolous, ridiculous, wasteful ethics violations.
How much has it cost you yourself? How much debt do you have, legal fees?
Oh, we have a legal bill of about $500,000, but that's not the consideration. The consideration is, how does this affect the state?
$500,000 of legal fees. You've got a family, you've got a special needs child, you've got this place you love.
Well, that's just one aspect of the insanity of this political game that's being played. So I said, that's kind of distracting, but that still isn't all of it. What is all of it is knowing I wasn't going to run for re-election. So Alaskans, being perfectly honest with them, not wanting to play that political game that most politicians do, and that's they kind of pretend like they don't know if they want to run again. Well, I knew I wasn't going to run again, so I'm going to be honest with Alaskans and say one term was enough.
You haven't finished the job, some would say.
You're not listening to me as to why I wouldn't be able to finish that final year in office without it costing the state millions of dollars and countless hours of wasted time, We have true, worthy public cause.
Some people have said that you saw the bright lights from the national campaign and came back, and it was very hard to readjust to the nitty-gritty work of
the nitty-gritty, like you mean the fish slime and the dirt under the fingernails and stuff that is me?
The state capitol, the hard legislative slog.
No, that's not. I am a fighter. I thrive on challenge.
Another reason for the media event, to show them as a family, fishing as a team, to discount internet rumors that perhaps there were other problems to cause her to resign. She said that you guys voted as a family and there were no votes. No doubts at all?
No doubts at all. Good.
The right decision for the kids and for you?
Oh, for the state, yeah, sure. And the family.
Clearly, she's at home here, far from the glamour and the controversies over designer clothes and diva behavior voiced by the McCain campaign staff.
How does it make you feel being back out on the bay?
It's awesome. It's beautiful. It brings back a lot of memories because Todd and I have been doing this together since before we were married. His family's been doing this forever.
Are you trying to instill those values in Piper and the other kids?
The kids all fish, yeah, and my niece and all my nieces and nephews, they fish, and it's all good. It teaches these kids to work extremely hard and to not be divas and to not be...
3 days after her surprise announcement, Sarah Palin reemerged. At the remote commercial fishing site her husband Todd's family has run for generations.
Are you staying warm?
They spend every July book, the lecture circuit, maybe a talk show. But what about politics? Can you imagine yourself running for president?
I don't know what the future holds. Can't predict what the next fish run's going to look like, much less what's going to happen in a couple of years. But my focus is on my state still, and it always will be, and my family and what is best for them. What is best for them is to not run for re-election and to avoid a lame duck a wasteful session in a final year of office.
Are you sorry now you said yes to John McCain on August 29th?
Not in the least. Absolutely not. It was a great honor to stand by a true American hero. I believe in John McCain. I appreciate him. I honor him. And I would have done all that, again, in a heartbeat.
And it's clear she's going to remain politically active, even though party leaders say that she really does not have the option to run for president, that is not going to work because of the way she resigned. But that remains to be seen. Mika, Joe? Fascinating day.
It really, really was. Great work, Andrea. Wow. Unbelievable. She really hustles, and that was enlightening. Andrea Mitchell in Alaska, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you very much for that report.